You guys, some of the stuff that's coming out of the campus hullabaloo is beyond parody. They're at the University of Washington. This is the thing that I laughed at so hard. So they were going to do another, university grounds encampment, and they ended up postponing it because there were too many white kids involved.
Oh my God.
This is real life. Like, this isn't a Babylon Bee
The
article.
absurdity. Yeah, it's just crazy. Some
Can
of
you believe it?
those white kids should go over and try to help feed the people of Gaza. That's what they should be doing. Instead of like bitching and moaning here in the United States, why aren't they protesting over there? Why aren't they doing that?
Again, I think we need to set up tables and start taking,
Totally.
like, signing people up.
Why-
And then when they don't sign up, ask them why.
Yeah, I don't understand why they're not over there. If
Oh
they're
my
so
God.
they're so impassioned to do this, you know?
Well, and remember the video that we played yesterday, the day before, I can't remember now, of the on Columbia, when there were Jewish students that were trying to come and see what was going on and ask questions. They formed the human chain, and there was that guy. Well, I thought it was a woman at the time, but there was this guy, turns out, with a very high-pitched voice, who was leading that. And they do this call and answer type of thing where he was like, we're going to form a human chain. We're going to form a human chain, and we're going to block these Zionists from coming in. You guys remember, right?
Yes, yes.
Well, now we've identified who that is. And the name of that individual is Kaimani James. That's the reason for my name today. And Kaimani James seems to be like the, I guess, spokesperson.
The leader of the freaks.
For the freaks at Columbia,
Right.
anyway. And so now there's some videos of his on his own personal social media that are coming to light and painting a very disturbing picture of what he believes. You're going to see a couple of those. Here is the
always stand on business. Zionists, they don't deserve to live comfortably, let alone Zionists don't deserve to live. The same way we're very comfortable accepting that Nazis don't deserve to live, fascists don't deserve to live, racists don't deserve to live, Zionists, they shouldn't live in this world.
The camp!
You have entered the camp!
We are
There's the
going
reminder.
to create a human chain!
We are going to create a human chain!
Where I am standing!
Oh my God.
That's him.
Who's gonna tell him how gay he is? Who's gonna tell him?
He is non-binary, Daisy.
That guy totally likes dudes. I mean, seriously, who's gonna tell him? He wouldn't last a second in Gaza.
Oh my God,
Not
that's what's
a
so
hot
funny.
second. I know, right? So who's gonna tell him? Like, he knows he's gay. I mean, we'll see. He obviously doesn't know he's gay, but I also find it really amusing when people like him compare Jewish people to Nazis.
So many people are doing that. So many people are saying Zionists are Nazis. When Zionism is literally just the belief that Israel should exist. That's all that is.
Right. And so when they start making that connection and they attempt to make a connection and they're like, Jewish people are Nazis. I'm like, I don't think you know what that word means. Like the educational system has completely and totally failed you at every level. They've failed you. I cannot believe this guy got into college. It's unbelievable.
And Columbia, no less, and that he's the spokesperson for this entire little movement there. It gets worse. Here's another video where he says we should all just be grateful that he hasn't killed anybody yet.
And so be glad, be grateful that I'm not just going out and murdering Zionists. I've never murdered anyone in my life, and I hope to keep it that way. I genuinely hope to keep it that way.
It's unreal that not only have they not expelled him and forbidden him from being on campus grounds, when he gives press conferences, they're attended by Columbia's own COO.
Oh, so that's lovely.
He's getting completely legitimized by the faculty, the entire administration at Columbia. So they get what they get. You know what I mean?
Can you imagine if this were a white kid talking about black kids?
Mm-hmm.
Would the Columbia COO be in attendance at some rally about that? Do you think that kid would have lasted 5 seconds on campus? No. The answer is no. This is outrageous, you guys. It's crazy that they're allowing this to happen. Columbia is a joke. All of these universities are a joke. This would never happen if it wasn't about Jews. We all know that. All of us. Anybody with half of a brain cell knows that that's true.
So the university has apparently not, I don't even know if discipline is the right word, but they've had a discussion with him about how his language in those videos that are circulating that you just saw is not appropriate. So 4 hours ago, I noticed on his Twitter account that he has released a sort of apology. And here's the full apology, but he's basically saying he regrets the words that he said, and he doesn't, because he basically regrets that he was found, that they were found. But he's saying now he's being targeted by online trolls and harassed by people who are being racist and homophobic to him.
No.
But he says that Columbia has made clear that his words prior to his involvement were not in line with the community guidelines. He agrees with their assessment. He said those words do not represent him, but here's what he actually believes and what he thinks he should have said. Number one, he affirms sanctity of all life and the movement for liberation, and this applies to everybody no matter what. Number two, this is the kicker. Zionism is an ideology that necessitates the genocide of the Palestinian people. That is false, categorically false, because Zionism only means that Israel has the right to exist. It does not in any way say, and that means we're taking over all that land in Gaza and all those people are dying. It doesn't mean anything like that. And in what he is saying is actually calling for genocide. When he says Zionists don't deserve to live, that's genocidal.
And you should be grateful. And you should be grateful I haven't murdered somebody. Seriously?
I mean,
yeah.
Projection.
Yeah, I know.
My God.
It is clear projection. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
It's just amazing. So I was talking to you before the show started about how the fact that Mika and Morning Joe are on the right side of this issue, and they have been calling out these protests for exactly what they are. And there are more Democrats coming out to do the same thing. It's starting to maybe hopefully feel like the more crazy that the protesters get, the more aligned a lot of people, even Democrats, will be on condemning it.
Yeah,
and here's an example.
But I pushed back on you, and I said it's probably going to take another September 11th for all of us to actually rally, because I think there are scattered people on the left that are maybe that actually have some sense in their brains about this issue, and they're willing to say this is wrong. But then it's going to take something really awful in this country. It's going to take another attack, which I feel like it's just a matter of time for people to look at this and then go, oh my God, this is awful. And we allowed this to happen, and then we'll start going, okay, then there are going to be people who are apologists, like these kind of, like this guy,
right.
He'll be an apologist and he'll be like, well, you had it coming, or America sucks, or death to America, death to Israel. You're going to have those people, which we didn't have during the original September 11th. We never saw that. We just saw people coming together on September the 12th. It'll be a very different scenario than it was so many years ago. But yeah, that's what I think at least is going to happen. Genucel. I got to tell you, I'm all about Genucel. It's the one thing that keeps me from looking like the crypt keeper in my life. Honest to God. But they are celebrating their 25-year anniversary right now by giving everybody an extra 25% off their already awesome Mother's Day sale prices. And this is going to make Mother's Day like the best and biggest Genucel sale ever right now. And they've got their most popular package featuring Gen 90, which is it's that stuff.
Yeah,
it's the Gen 90 immediate results. And it makes you have results in minutes. And it gets rid of your eye bags, your puffiness, all that kind of stuff. It's amazing stuff, you guys. Amazing.
Yeah, their best-selling packages right now, 70% off. And then additional to that, it's an additional 25% anniversary discount. This is just during their Mother's Day sale. So once the sale is done, it is done. You want to take advantage immediately if you have not yet tried the Genucel best-selling package. So, and on top of all that, they also are throwing in a free spa box, which has 2 additional bonus gifts and free shipping. So, and right now the best-selling package includes the jawline
I
treatment, which
love
is
that
amazing.
stuff. Absolutely love that stuff. Yeah.
Do it now. Get yourself some of the goodies while you can, and treat the mom in your life. Genucel.com/chicks. Don't forget to use code chicks. Genucel.com/chicks. It's GENUCEL.com/chicks. So let's talk about USC, because USC obviously dealing with all the same bullshit. They've got all the same psychos on their campus. And now, as of yesterday, they sent an email to their senior students, really the whole student body, I'm assuming, and said, hey, you know how normally you get like a big graduation ceremony where like 60,000 people come to campus to watch you cross the stage and get your diploma? That's canceled now, because like it's really unsafe right now because of all the hullabaloo. So we'll still do other stuff, like we'll have small group celebrations, but you don't get your graduation. And keep in mind, this is the class that didn't get their high school graduation
Oh
because of
my God.
COVID.
It's just unreal.
And
Unreal.
so it's the double of doublest whammies. And here is one of those seniors to talk about it.
So USC just canceled our graduation. I have no words. Like, this is so, like, it's actually comical at this point. If you don't know, the seniors that are graduating college right now are the seniors that graduated in 2020, where we didn't have a high school graduation, and a lot of us had like drive-through fake graduations or no graduation at all.
God.
And now we are seniors about to graduate, getting ready for our first real graduation, and it just got canceled.
Yeah.
I literally just like, I just can't even, I'm in shock right now. We, as a whole senior class, have never had a real graduation because of COVID first, which we thought was like a one-time thing, like we're the class that got screwed over. It is what it is, unlucky. Now, USC just canceled it. And of course USC, we've all worked so hard to get here. USC, I'm sure you know, is not an easy school to get into. And so everyone that goes here is very accomplished, like had worked really hard to get in, and now they just canceled our freaking graduation. Like, what now? What now? They sent out an email 10 minutes ago about how they know it's disappointing, but they're canceling it, and they're going to have other fun events, which I don't even know what that means. Like, I understand that, like, a lot has been going on at USC right now with, like, protests and everything. I just feel like there could have been a different way to go about this than to cancel the
there
entire
probably could have
graduation
been.
for a class that never even got a high school graduation either.
Okay, Gracie, here's the thing. Vote accordingly. Like, I hope this is a wake-up call for you, Gracie, because it's the thing. You can bitch about it on the TikTok or the TikTok, do what you can bitch and moan, but these are policies put in place. These are things that happen because certain people are running the show. And I assure you that the people running the show are not on our side of the aisle. So vote accordingly.